Good morning, everyone. Elaine Lowe and Ken Shreve here live from Investors Business Daily in Los Angeles. Today, we're checking in on Square, PAYCOM, Netflix, and Citigroup. But first, let's take a look at the major averages, which are trading narrowly mixed this morning after they were all up in the green earlier today. The Dow about flattish, the S&P 500 down 0.1%, and the NASDAQ up about 0.4%. So what's the action? I know we have a little bit of economic data too this morning.
Yeah, it's a pretty busy morning in pre-market trading. Dow, S&P, NASDAQ 100 futures were really indicated sharply lower. Dow was down some 350 points, and then we got a pretty tame reading on consumer inflation, and indexes paired their early losses. It's been a very volatile session so far. We've been up, we've been down. Like you said, tech's still leading a little bit here, and the 10-year Treasury yield kind of staying stable right around 3.17%.
Okay, and then in individual names, let's start off with Square. That name trading down another 9.6% so far today after some after-hours news yesterday that their CFO, Sarah Friar, would be departing the company. And she's leaving to become CEO of community network Nextdoor.
Yeah, Nextdoor is sort of a unicorn, not public yet, but like I said, a social network that focuses on neighborhoods where neighbors can communicate with one another. Yeah, Sarah Friar has been with Square since the very beginning, really considered one of the top lieutenants at Square. But you know, Square, among many growth stocks, Wednesday that really got obliterated in price when the NASDAQ fell 4.1%.
And again today.
And yeah, down again today on this CFO departure. So, you know, Square at one point a big market leader, looking very vulnerable, along with just about every other growth stock out there right now.
That's right. And then speaking of tech names, let's take a look at Netflix, which is now testing support at its 200-day line after definitively breaching its 50-day yesterday along that broader market sell-off.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix is interesting. We're going to see earnings from them next week, Tuesday after the close, and I'm sure we'll see another strong quarter of growth from Netflix. Just, you know, looking at a chart here, this is just a good basic technical analysis lesson here, what it looks like when a stock is finding support at the 200-day moving average. Netflix has turned higher. You can see its relative strength line. The blue line there is lagging very badly. Netflix has been consolidating for several weeks, so it's not at a buy area now, but we'll see if earnings pass muster next week.
And that name down about 1.2% so far this session. All right, moving on to PAYCOM Software. That name visiting its last breakout area, a double bottom base with a 115.64 entry. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so you know, the enterprise software stocks have really been obliterated. It's over the past 6 months, it's been one of the leading pocket of strength in the market. You've got names like Workday that are below their 200-day moving average now, but PAYCOM, you know, is below the 50-day, still holding comfortably above the 200-day moving average. Clearly a new base taking shape here, but it is interesting to see the stock come all the way back down to its last double bottom entry of 115.64. So sometimes when a stock revisits a prior buy area, or you know, so it can often find support and turn higher. So PAYCOM, considering all the carnage in the software sector that we've seen in recent days, PAYCOM still, you know, hanging in there. We'll see if it can start forming the right side of a base here.
Okay, and PAYCOM up 1.5% so far today. Lastly, let's check in on Citigroup. That name reversing higher ahead of its earnings, looking at a 75.34 entry with from a saucer with handle base, which is not something we necessarily see all that often.
Yeah, I mean, this is a stock that, I mean, you do see a buy point on the chart. Citigroup will be reporting earnings tomorrow morning, along with JP Morgan and Wells Fargo. So, you know, the bulls are hoping that, you know, good numbers from the financials may bring some buyers back into the market. But Citigroup definitely looking vulnerable. It's below its 50-day and 200-day moving average. You do have a base setting up here, but you know, stock really got hit hard, along with just about every other stock yesterday. So we'll see what results look like from Citigroup and JP Morgan tomorrow. But you know, Citigroup's hanging in there.
Okay, and Citigroup flattish so far this session. All right, thanks so much for watching, everyone. For more on all of those names and more, make sure you're checking out investors.com for the latest news and earnings updates. Thanks for watching. You can catch us across all of our social platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. All right, and Ken, you're always up for a question or two. If anyone wants to reach out on Twitter, tell us more about what names you'd like to see, what kind of coverage you'd like to see more of from here. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.